Alright, I'm back again, and I actually have a pickup video to make for you guys, and of course it figures. The day after I mentioned that I'm having some really bad luck at thrift stores and garage sales lately, it figures the day after that I just struck gold at a garage sale today. So that is just really cool, and I think hopefully my luck is changing now, and hopefully I'll be able to make a lot more pickup videos for you all. So I found this awesome box of stuff here at a garage sale today. So a real interesting story behind it though, which is actually kind of funny. I was just browsing a bunch of garage sales in my town, just kind of seeing what there is, and every single one's the same story. I mean, little kid toys and clothes and just junk that I really wouldn't be interested in buying. Until this one that I saw, there was just this really long table with a bunch of clothes set out. And off in the corner was this box just sitting there. And of course it caught my eye because it was a PlayStation box. But what was written on the front was really confusing to me because it said Sega right there, written in pen, and $15 on it. So I thought a couple of things about that. One, why would you put a Sega thing in a PlayStation box? And two, why would you write on a box like this anyway? I don't know. But anyways, the price on it, of course, said 15 bucks, so I asked the lady, you know, how low can you actually go on this? And she said, you know what, you can have this for only 5 bucks. And I'm like, really? So for $5, I got all this stuff here. So, of course, the front of the box said Sega, so that should give you clues to what this is. So, it is a Model 2 Sega Genesis. And this thing is in really, really good shape. I actually have not tested any of this stuff yet, so I'm not sure if it works. But from the look of it, it's in really great condition. This is my second Model 2, actually. The first one that I had, I actually traded it. But this one I'm actually going to keep. So, there's the Genesis. Came with the official Sega RF switch. The Model 2 Genesis power plug, which the Model 1 and Model 2 use a different power supply, by the way. So to get the proper one here is always a good thing. Also came with the Sega 3-button controller, which I'm also going to tell another little story about these. Okay, I've had the worst luck ever with Genesis controllers. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, you can go to a thrift store and a garage sale. You can find these things anywhere. But I've still had the worst luck in the world with these things. Because, you know, every single one I've ever bought had some sort of a problem with it. The one that I have right now has a problem with the D-pad. The direction is all screwed up on it. Another one I had before had a really frayed cable on it. Another one, the C button wouldn't work. Another one, the start button wouldn't work. And another one, the cord was just completely out of this thing. So every Genesis controller I've ever had, I've always had some kind of a problem with it. But this one looks to be in really good condition. Hopefully it actually works, and hopefully I'll finally have a working Genesis controller. So I'm going to test all this stuff out at the end of the video and actually find out. But hopefully everything is going to work the way it's supposed to. Also came with 2 games here. NHL 94, and this is a complete copy with the super thick instruction manual and the cartridge. And also came with NHLPA Hockey 93, and this one is just the cartridge only. There is no instruction manual. And that's all that came in that box, all for $5. So that's a pretty good bargain right there. I mean, I'm really fortunate to get all that for such a great price. Hopefully it all works, but I'm going to test all that out right now. So hold on a second, guys. I'll move the camera and I'm going to hook up my Genesis and see if it works. Okay, so now I've got my Genesis hooked up to my TV. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and plug in the new controller. And we'll do a good thorough test to make sure that the $5 was worth it for this. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pop in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and see if we actually have a working unit here. So, plug that in. The moment of truth. Was the $5 worth it? Power's on. And the screen is working. So, looks like the $5 was worth it after all. So, to get $5 worth of Genesis awesomeness, a free, a system, 2 games, a controller, the hookups, that is just insane. So, we'll go ahead and try out the controller to make sure that that is working properly. So, let's go ahead and try to play Sonic 2 with one hand. Start button seems to work. So, let's try out the D-pad. Right. That works. Left. Down. Up. Alright, the D-pad works properly. A button. B button. C button. Start button. I have a fully functioning working Genesis controller finally. That is amazing. I finally can play my Genesis games without a really crappy controller. So that is a really awesome thing for me. So now it's pretty much case closed that now we know the $5 for this Genesis and all the stuff that came with it was totally worth it. So that is my recent pickups video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, guys, have a great day.